I haven't vlogged in a while, have I? Do you know something which is kind of an obvious life hack that I really should have realized way earlier? Is if you're gonna go sit on an exercise bike and that's really boring to you, just fucking bring your Switch, man. Just take your Switch down here and sit with that and play P-Cross, and then all of a sudden, fucking hell. All of a sudden you'll have sat on the bike for way too long, and now, your crotch hurts. The seat on that thing is, it's a hard seat, man. But I've got my half-hour exercise in today without, that passed by pretty quickly because I was doing something, which is nice. I also thought about maybe grabbing the, it stings. I also thought about maybe grabbing the Ruination audiobook and listening to that. But wanted to try the Switch, and yeah, no, that works like gangbusters. I just need to cool off for a second. That works like gangbusters, man. Also, I wanted to get away from the echo. Yeah, stressful few months, this. The upside is I have had lots of sponsor offers for these months, which has been good because it's kind of made up for a shortfall in ad revenue that I've been experiencing. So good for me on that one. Downside is it's really fucking drained all of my free time, and it has forced me to be a lot more. I mean, it's forcing me to be punctual, which is good, but the trouble with that is that I'm sort of perpetually organized around doing everything at the last minute. Not that I can't plan, just that that's just my natural way, is to do everything at the very last possible second. There we go. And that's, not conducive to a schedule. So I've really had to whip myself into shape. These past couple of months. Which has been, it's not that I can't do it, but it's been tough on everything else that I wanted to do. I've had trouble coordinating with my family to meet up for things. Haven't had time to hang out with my nephew. I really don't feel like I haven't had any time to play games. Specifically for my Let's Play channel, I've had trouble keeping up with that. But just in play games in general, I just haven't been able to do that much, except when I sort of feel burned out and exhausted and I just need something to do for a while, I'll pick up something like P-Cross or Vampire Survivors or, whatever. And I'll just play that for an hour. But I haven't had time to actually sit down and actually get into, really actually try and play a game, which has been frustrating. Because I've been missing that relaxation time. And exercising has also been tough. I haven't been able to find time to go down here. Particularly the problem is that this exercise room closes at 8 or 9 in the weekend, 9 on weekdays. And I tend to be up at night, I tend to be up well past 9. I tend to get up in the afternoon. And so getting down here early, when mostly I feel the motivation to go work out in the late afternoon or evening, which for me then would be 9 o'clock. It's just fucking with me, man. So lots of schedule shit. I just got another sponsorship offer in today that I might want to look at that actually seems really interesting. Well, not really interesting, but one of the ones that I wouldn't feel bad about taking, unlike, fucking Raid Shadow Legends. And I kind of do want to take it because it seems like it's good money and it would only be one, so it would only be one video. And I don't think it has you need to make X number of signups stipulation, which some sponsors try that. You need to get X number of people to sign up with your code or else we won't give you money, which fuck that shit. I never do that. One of my sponsors, actually, this annoys me. They sort of started to push towards that. So like they're doing it with incentives, which is fine, right? So they're giving you a thing of like, oh, if you can get X number of people to sign up, you'll get a so and so many dollars bonus for everyone that you sign up. And that's like, I get it, I understand why they do that, but I don't want to do that, because in order to do that, I would have to alter my sponsorship spiel, right? Like I'd have to say, when you sign up, you support the channel, and I really need you guys to help me, and like, it's really, like, what they want you to do is really lean into that sort of trying to push your audience to engage with the product that they want you to sell for them. And that's not really what I've agreed to in the contract. What I've agreed to in the contract that I've signed with them is I'm gonna do your spiel. I'm gonna say, this product, it has these features, you can sign up there, there's a code, bonus, etc., or get X% off or whatever. I have not agreed to try and really push people to sign up. I've agreed to make people aware. I've agreed to advertise that this thing exists, here's a sign up bonus or sign up offer thing, but I have not agreed to, be a salesperson for this shit. And that bothers me. And I have to assume that that's because, because I work with influencer agencies, right? Like I work with marketing agencies who get commissions from the actual product people, like from the actual companies who say, we would like you to try and sell this thing to people. And then like the influencer agency gets a budget and they go, okay, let's spend X number of dollars on each influencer to sponsor X number of videos. And then what the marketing agency needs is a certain number of signups. Like they need to tell their client, the company, that, hey, we've managed to drive so many signups, like this big number of signups to your company. So, hey, why don't you throw some more work our way? We've proven that we can drive engagement with your business. And so they pass that down to us, right? Like they don't want to go and advertise to people and say, and get people to sign up to Squarespace. They want to hire me and other influencers to do that for them, right? So it's this long game of middleman where a company hires a marketing agency to sell their stuff, and then that marketing agency hires a bunch of influencers to sell their stuff. And then, us influencers are expected to essentially try to hire you guys, like as unpaid labor, as it were, to try and sell that stuff. And it's the nature of the business, but I've turned down a lot of sponsorships that were sort of based on that, based on that idea that you have to drive signups. And some of them are really generous, they'll give you thousands of dollars if you reach a certain sign-up milestone, right? If we could get, what the fuck was it? I probably shouldn't disclose the actual sponsor, but one sponsor was if you can get, I think it was 100 people to use your referral code kind of thing, there's a $1,500 bonus in it for you, which is that's pretty generous. And $1,500 is nothing to sneeze at, but I didn't want to do it because even though the product was fine, I didn't have an ethical problem with the product, I did have an ethical problem sort of pretending to be more enthusiastic about it than I really am. Because I'd really have to sell it, I'd really have to go out and say, oh yeah, this thing, it's so cool, it's great, you need this on your phone, you're gonna love it. And I was not, I wasn't willing to do that for that product. Some products I might, there's definitely, if Wacom wants to send me a screen tablet, a fucking Cintiq or something, I'll shill that shit for you, no problem. Because I fucking love those things, but not the product in particular that I'm talking about here. Not that one. Oy. It's been good to exercise again today, though. I can feel that I've needed it. By which I mean I'm fucking sore in my legs. I mostly do the exercise bike when I'm down here, just because it's the one that sort of takes the least brain engagement. I don't need to think about it. I can sort of just get into just fucking pump your legs. And actually, I should get back on it right now. You just need to pump your legs and go. This thing is ancient, man. Okay, let's see. Quick start. Get up to level 7 with you. There we go. Whew. But yeah, just half an hour to an hour of this, a couple of days a week. That's about all the regimented exercise I get when I remember to do it, when I'm not in a tailspin being busy, trying to do work. I'm trying to be careful about pointing the phone at the window right now, because otherwise you'll see my reflection, and if I am ever perceived, the magic of the cursed portrait I keep in my attic will be broken and I will crumble into dust, destroyed by the weight of my sins. Which is why I never show my face on camera. The Shorts channel also has been interesting because, like, unlike what you might think, Shorts can actually make good ad revenue. It's just that they make so little, like such a small amount each, that like you wouldn't notice it unless you're uploading every single day and sometimes uploading twice. And then it can actually kind of add up over time and become like a decent little sum per day. And because I had this month, like, because of all these fucking sponsorship obligations, because I had that big hole where I wasn't uploading every day, that ad revenue just kind of disappeared. Because I really think it depends on momentum. Like, it depends on constant uploads every single day. And the moment the algorithm doesn't get that, it just kind of craters you, is what it seems like. Because now that I've started uploading on the daily, again, I can see the ad revenue slowly creeping upwards and sort of getting better, but it's far from the level it was at. And that's actually been kind of bad because, like, my margins are kind of thin. I don't really have a ton of money left over at the end of the month, or at the end of the year, for that matter, when the final tax bill comes due. And so I've had a pretty nasty shortfall this month, both from my main channel and from the Shorts channel. And that's been kind of, like, it's not that I'm in trouble. I'm not in any kind of trouble whatsoever. I'm fine. It's just my anxiety brain doesn't like it. Like, my brain looks at that and goes, this is the end. It's all gonna come crashing down. You're gonna be able to pay your rent. You're gonna be out on the streets. Which is it's poverty brain, right? Not that I've ever been poor, I should stress that, but it's that thing that happens where when you have been broke, right? I've been broke, I've never been poor. But when you've been broke, when you have lived like for years, as I did as a commission artist, sort of not knowing where the next paycheck for rent is going to come from, like chasing commissions every single month, and like it's always by a hair that you make it. That really sticks in your fucking brain, man. Like, I think it's a form of trauma, because every time there's any disruption in my income, anytime anything like, oh shit, there's a little bit less than I thought, I get that panic swelling in the back of my head and in my chest of like, shit, like, shit, like, if this is a trend and if it continues, then everything's gonna collapse and I won't be able to pay my rent and I won't be able to pay my bills. And like, you sort of go into this catastrophizing spiral, and I really have to pull myself out of that really hard in order to not like freak out and burn out. But it does make me get into these, I wouldn't say manic, because that's like a medical term specifically, but sort of a very stressed state of like, shit, I gotta do all the work right the fuck now. Like, I gotta put out 10 videos right now to make up for this. And those periods are very productive. I get a lot of shit done, but they are also bad for me. I am not 26 anymore. I can't do it. It's amazing how 30 hits you, you know? And I need my sleep now. Yeah, I can't pull all-nighters. I can't spend 10 hours obsessively working on shit. Can't do it. So I need a more healthy way to manage this. And I don't know what that healthy way is gonna be. Like, I need to fucking figure it out and get a better structure. I also just need savings, I think. It's because if I have some savings piled up that I can dip into, I become less anxious and less afraid. So I need to build that up. And that's been hard, like, because in the first, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 8 months, I think, 9 months I've lived here. It's been a lot of expenses because it's a big apartment that needs to, well, it's not that big, but it's a bigger apartment than what I had. And it needed furniture and garden work done, and tools had to be bought, and paint, and things need to be changed. Like in the bathroom, the little arm, the thing that holds the shower head broke, and I had to go and buy that. Like, it's been a lot of that stuff, right? Of just expenses and things that crop up and accumulate, and there's just not been a lot of, I just haven't been able to, like, I've been able to save up multiple times. It's just that every time I save up, it's like, okay, I have saved up enough for this big expense that I need to do. And yeah, I just need to, I'm hoping in the next year, the apartment will be like done. And like that source of expenditure will sort of be relaxed, and then I can build up some savings. And then those savings will sort of become my psychological padding. So I won't freak out about rent so much. Which has been real fun, like now with the energy prices spiking through the fucking roof and inflation going up. That's great, that's wonderful, that's, because my wages don't go up. Like, my wages don't increase in the same way that like it would if you had a job. Well, I mean, I say the way that it should if you have a job. Sorry to the Americans especially, and the Brits. Like, so for me, like, when living expenses increase, it's not really, I can't go to my boss and negotiate a better wage. I don't have a union, so I just have to make more money. Unfortunately, like, the channels are growing, which means the income that I'm getting is slowly, like, it's like slowly growing. I don't know if it's growing as fast as inflation. I hope it is. But it is growing slowly. So I'm steady, I'm stable. And hopefully, if I'm very lucky, when YouTube rolls out their monetization for shorts, like the proper one, where they're really gonna, like where they're gonna make a deal with the record industry, and they're gonna have a thing, like an official way to monetize shorts properly. I'm kind of hoping that my shorts channel will benefit from that and be like a steady secondary source of income. In that way, that would be nice. I made 43 shorts over the past week. Just bunch of, especially the Pokemon shorts, just sat down and just ground out a bunch of Gen 2 and got them queued up on the channel, and a bunch of Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 shorts. And now I need to get the Skins shorts, sort of build up a backlog of those that can just kind of run, so I don't have to worry about that. So I don't have that crash again, because the instability of that apparently gives me anxiety, which is great, lovely. But yeah, I'm complaining a lot. Don't worry about me, please, if you're a fan listening to this. Don't worry about me. I am, and I'm going to be fine. It's just I have a bit of a tendency towards anxiety, you know. I've been talking to a breeder for rats, 2 breeders actually, who say that they're planning to have new litters around winter time, which is relatively soon. And hopefully we'll be able to get some friends for our 2 remaining rats. We lost a couple over the past few months. One of them just to old age. She was just old and she got sick, and she didn't have the strength to fight it off anymore. And the other one had I think it was a cancer, probably, because it usually is, but some kind of very nasty infection, which, that was really fucking hard, because like antibiotics helped, but she just couldn't kick it. Like we couldn't give her enough antibiotics, I think, like, because they affect, like, they're tiny creatures, like antibiotics knock them out, they can really fuck with their digestive systems. And so you can only give them so much. And it just was never enough, so she constantly had fever and like pain, and constantly had, you know, like infection. And eventually we had to say goodbye, because it was just not, like, it's not a decent way to to let her live, you know. It's so that was really painful, and that kind of kicked me into a mental spiral as well, because we lost both of them pretty close to each other, which is the hard part of having rats as pets. It's emotionally tough, to say the least. It's worth it, but it's tough. What's the time? 11 minutes. Okay, we'll take a break. Not that I'm exhausted, but I just don't want to, hurt my crotch again. Ow. Oh, no, I did. Oh, no. Ow. No, because the seat is so hard. It kind of cuts off the blood flow to the groin, and now that the blood is coming back, it's pins and needles. Fucking hell. Fuck you. Oh, my God. It doesn't hurt that bad, but it's just pins and needles in your crotch. No! Fuck. Okay, I guess I'm on the floor now. Hi. Okay then. Anything else I need to talk about? I kind of don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good. Are you guys good? I hope you're enjoying the videos I'm making. I've got a special one, or an experimental, well, not that experimental, I've done it before, but experimental still, video coming out here on the 10th that I am very, very curious to see how people will respond to. Early response has been good, so here's hoping, but it's, you know, it needs the numbers, you know. So I'm gonna pull a little trick with it that I don't want to pull too often, but just like a little trick to get it some early engagement. Hopefully. Oh, God, fuck, stop it. A little trick to get it some engagement. That should work, and I'm optimistic. But if it doesn't work, then yeah, probably not making a lot more videos like that. Which would upset me, because I kind of want to make more videos like that, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, have a good one.